There's a term, duende. It's used in flamenco dance. So the young flamenco dancers are very passionate, very dramatic. But as they get more and more seasoned, they pick up more and more duende. And then they can just barely move an eyelash, and the whole room moves. And it struck me. That's the kind of power I want.
There are novels that have been written about this, poems, myths, telling the tale of a woman's power. To attract, to influence, to invite armies, to destroy worlds, to create worlds. I've heard from woman after woman who's developed a practice of Om that as she becomes more steeped in this practice, she starts to recognize that there's an ability, a kind of fledgling ability that she has to communicate, to attract, to influence, to sway without words. They learn to focus that ability. And that's what we're calling call.
Call is the biological capacity to shift a room invisibly. If women were in possession of our own resource of sexuality, we would be ungovernable.
Om offers the training ground for a woman to discover the power and sway her call holds over the world around her. As she continues to Om, she advances in the training of her call, both by making it conscious and by learning to steer it.
We have electricity running through our bodies. We can demonstrate that scientifically. We do know it courses through and can connect from person to person. This ability to attract that you never really understood, paid much attention to, is something that you somehow learn to focus.
Call is the summons. I got summons. I received spiritual papers that come on over. And from then on, I have been loved like my mama loved me and then some.
I tend to think about call the way I think about fire. There's this incredible force that is both creative and destructive, that is to some degree uncontrollable, right? And that if you can learn how to direct it, then there's a potential for enormous good.
John Perry Barlow says the difference between love and true love is the difference between a very large number and infinity. And for me, the difference between sex and Om is the difference between a very large number and infinity. It opens into a kind of infinity. It liberates you of the mind that's keeping track.